the infinite eight to divinely intervene as needed for my highest good, aka the highest good. All right, this is Gifts Unlocked by and for To the Inner Wild, Season 3, Episode 10. This is highlighting the Destiny card, the Fortune card. So, this is going to be good fortune for this cookie. And on the left side, I have, for energy, 10 of Cups in reversal. I am enough. That's a great start. That's self-esteem. That's self-confidence. That's self-reliance implied on that latter half, the tail end. It's okay. The caboose is important too. All right, on the right side, the doing side is King of Pentacles, boss mode. I like it. This is a very substantial cookie. This cookie has minded its own business. I like it. All right, and we're having brunch because that's how we start off. Okay, those are the energy cards. I don't normally eat, especially like full on like ho 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 meals. It's pretty understated from this side, but it's good. You got the grilled onions dripping from the side. You can see it, can't you? It's good. Anyway. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm a little timid. So today was a measure of natural energy reserves. I wanted to see what I could summon up before a meal. And so I got up like regular, okay? You can just time to get up. Time to get up. I hit one alarm snooze button and then let it go to the next alarm for kind of my usual ultimatum. And that was decent. That was good. It's like, okay. It didn't take very much to muster up. I couldn't even recall what time I went to bed, but I knew it wasn't the afters portion, which is great. I can applaud myself for that. And feeling like I had a good amount of sleep. I must have had a dream or two, but I don't remember them. And it's okay. But I'm starting off with my oh no. And then so I decided, okay. I need to see how agile I am. Because I did stretch last night. And so I decided to just go, like, I usually don't go this early for pole work, but I did, and I was like, oh my God, I what do you call it? I didn't have as much energy, like, to pull myself up. And my usual understanding of how to weight my body was really off. It almost felt like the first, like was it a couple years ago? The end of 2024. And I was really thick and I was smoking and so like that's kind of expected that your muscles will have some kind of a delay or not be working up to its norm. And so everything took more effort. So that's what it felt like. And misaligned coordination. And I was like, no, we can't be having none of that. I might feel a little like bigger and a little bit heavier having a meal, but I will feel a lot better. And I'll take a break between that. But I wanted to see like what my natural state was, like just upon like waking up and getting to things. Um So, all right. This is good fortune for this cookie, okay? Because, I mean, this is, even though this is a good start, I don't know exactly what comes next. When I woke up, I was trying to remind myself of the previous reading. I reviewed it this morning, like halfway, because it's like 2.5 hours or something like that. I reviewed it like fast forward almost. What is it? 2 speed or 1.5 speed, whatever. And got to halfway point, and then I was like, this is a lot of information. Let me just, it's just kind of a little bit overwhelming for like the first thing without getting out of bed. And I was like, but this is good enough. That's fine. And so I was trying to recall the rest of it and also fortify whatever I just reviewed, recapped on. And this is just kind of plainly retaining the information rather than taking notes and doing what I usually do. All right. Yeah. This is a subset of the energy, or like a prefix to the segue. Like, hold up, let's have a little pep talk, okay? Oh, I got the 10 of Cups in reversal again, and Justice. Like, I am enough. And Justice exists, okay? I don't really quite see it in full out mode yet, but I know it exists, okay? It exists. Next up, after the the Wheel of Fortune card, the Destiny card, Wheel of the Year, however you want to call it, is Justice. Okay, so it's just right around the bend. Okay. Okay, just so I don't get like startled here, I'm gonna go ahead and check my email to know like kind of what I need to brace myself for. Okay. I don't have to brace myself. I just want to get like a jump start on what I'm looking at. Okay, so nobody has really responded yet on either side. So maybe they're just giving me a little break. You know, if they're gonna nose around in my personal business to see where I'm at, maybe it's to my benefit as well. You know, there's a greater good at play. And you know how there's like energies in the ethers just waiting for someone to latch onto it? That's what I gotta, understand. How do I say it? You know, like demonic possession, when people are like at a very, very weak point, that's when demonic possession occurs. And so when I'm at my most elated state, I shall channel the divine forces of the universe. That's what I mean, you gotta assume that if it goes one way, that there is a reality check for the other. So that's where I'm going. I'm romancing my life into that mode. And yeah, so even to this morning, it wasn't just like, okay, go back to bed, see, like, get into, there was also like I wanted to test my contact with angelic forces and like spirit. And when I normally do that, and I'm not feeling, but I'm in a very clear, pure state where no one can really get to me, even though shit is really going down. And it's at its harshest state, but like I've decided to go into the bliss of ignorance because it's just like it didn't serve its purpose and kind of headbutting with me or holding me down on that. So I would feel spirit a shit ton more. like an I don't want to say overwhelming, but like a shroud, a veil of protection on me. But it felt like tingly. I felt like relaxed and relief. And I can't parallel that to anything like going to the best masseuse or anything like that. It's very, very, very different. Or even the best Reiki and person. It's so so I wanted to test that out. And I guess when things are really terrible, really, really, really terrible, and I don't have anyone to turn to, that's That's when I feel that most. So this morning, it came through in a different variation. And I've noticed this in past circumstances where when I ask Spirit to, kind of hold me, um, so because there's some gnarly bullshitters out in the field claiming that, saying whatever they want because they like me or whatever, for whatever reason. And so if I want just time to myself and say, like, fuck all the unknowns, because I feel like it's not doing me justice there. And I just ask for a Spirit exclusively. Sometimes it comes in a variation of like almost like a deep breath, like this. Like how a sneeze happens. It's that kind of a deep breath, like a sigh of relief, like it just completely like spirit's hypnosis. And so that's what I've felt Spirit as of late, even though like I really 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 am craving the tinglies. Like the full-on package, but I think I don't always get that because I might get too relaxed, too complacent, like, okay, I could just stay here for a few more hours kind of energy. And so I got to get moving, still motivated, and finish my sandwich too. I can't leave this like high and dry because I'm doing a reading. It's okay to get my hands dirty. It's okay to take a little bit of a break. So this is a little pep talk here. Okay, justice exists, and so do you, and all is worthy. All right, let's move on. Okay. Okay. Boop. 3, 2, 1. Choice. Choice. Choice on my breakfast sandwich. Okay. King of Wands. In the recipient side. Okay, this is answering the door with some charm. Like, I'm not trying to swoon you, but this is, you are at the right place at the right time. Yes. Okay. This is receiving things with a good attitude. This is the networker. This is the buddy of all the buddies. Like, hey, yes, we can make home here. This is kind of like what I understand to be the halfway house, but this is like in somebody who's like a community leader type of energy. Like I know you're in a rough place of transition, and I'm not here to make it worse. I'm definitely like I'm here to make, how do I say it? They don't say like I'm here to make it better, because like everybody has to heal their own wounds, but this is a safe place. Kind of like no judgment. I know a lot of different kind of people, and I know a lot of walks of life, and I know that there's still more to encounter. So it's kind of like this: hang your stuff at the door and come on in. That's like just receiving things with a good attitude. I bring good stuff to it. Like, this is not light and easy, okay? But I'm amped for whatever, gets us to the next stage. Queen of Cups in reversal on the doing side. This is still fill her up. Fill her up. I am still filling up my cup and my appetito. But Queen of Cups, let me see here. Like I said, okay. So this is being gentle with yourself as you approach certain things. This is good fortune for this cookie. So this would be like holding oneself in high regard and upright. But not being too bougie, but also being also classy. There's a good comfort level Like, there's some cushion to this class, okay? Yeah, it's not so bougie. That's what they're saying, okay? Okay, so in reversal, it's not going the other way of the spectrum. This is definitely being gentle with oneself as you approach things. Like, things need some we need some movement in certain arenas, and so we'll get a moving on it, but I'll be forgiving of myself, okay, so that I don't have to seek that out from others or get upset if other people are unforgiving in their ways. You know, I don't need to get upset. I don't need to get, my health is precious, okay? All right, so doing. Okay, so these are the header cards. Okay. After I select these, I'm going to take a bite of my sandwich. And I'm going to have some munching time and wiping my hands off time before I, while I'm explaining. We can find some middle ground here. I need to live my life. I need to enjoy my food in its most freshest state. And I haven't even had my coffee yet. I made it, but anyway. Okay, prefix judgment. Dun dun dun. Karma so bad is a miss. I almost said a bitch. I heard in my head. Anyway, there's that. Karma. Judgment. It's also listed. I think it's listed as karma. Gosh, this does not want to go in. Okay, so maybe these are the headers. Okay. All right. You have it your way. Left. Right. Left. Okay. Same houses. Dun, 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 dun. Star card in reverse on the recipient side. Okay. And then 9 of Cups on the doing side. So this is kind of like Make-A-Wish Foundation. These are not like, oh, this is your last dying wish. This is more like, foundationally speaking, what do you wish for, my dearie? Because judgment is in order. So you like, what is your wish? I shall take it from you, and I shall make it happen. I heard, make it happen in my head. What is it? Mariah Carey. Yeah, I haven't heard that song in a long time. So let me just... Mariah Carey, make it happen. Oh, that was baby Mariah. Holy smokes. Where she still had like, just like she had a baby face. How crazy. Maybe she was in her 20s. How old was she? 1991. Mariah Carey. Age. She was born in 69. Yeah, 69. That seems so weird. It feels like people who were born in the 60s should be older, just because I was born in the 80s, even if it's the latter half of the 60s. Anyway. Yeah, so she was. Because I remember what I looked like in my 20s. If I posted a picture of what I looked like in my 20s, or like versus like high school versus 4th grade, oh my gosh, the baby, like I'm different. Also a different person. Anyway, she looks great. All right, so this is like making a wish. Okay. Well, what about my other wishes? I'd like to get an advance on my wishes and have them multiplied, please. Please. I would like to have those things in advance and also multiplied. Both, internally, and those, externally, how they have impacted my life, both good and bad, in its most constructive and destructive states. I would like that to happen. May I, please? May I have an advance on this? All right, more on this. Let's see here. Oh, shit. I was supposed to eat. All right. Delay. Excuse me. Mm. Hmm. Ten of Wands. Opening up to King of Swords. Look. Someone has been compromised. This King of Swords in reversal. The one that did me wrong is having to deal with a lot. Look at that instantaneous gratification. That is insane. I get to eat. I get to have a bite of my meal. And look, on the polar opposite of karma or fate or whatever, this is happening. That's crazy. I was just like, you know, kind of hinting towards that, like the universe has to gotta keep those energies busy. That was more so the intent rather than like I would like to see them crushed and pulverized. I mean, some of them need to be, but you know, that's not my 100% my call. So, what you call it? So it was more so like, oh, I would like to see my wonderful blessings come through. But as it's been foretold, first get these energies out of the way before I get my good stuff. This sandwich eating is gonna get pretty real here in a second. I just need it out of the way. Okay. I feel like the queen is here. Hello. And toodles, poodles. Yeah, there we got it. We got it. Oh my gosh, I look so young with this, my hair up. This is what I look like, basically, in, high school. Like, probably freshman year. I remember seeing a photo with my face like this. And, yeah. Weird. It's just weird. I got a little flashback there. All right. Okay. More on this. Okay. What happened here? Okay. I want a piece of naranja. Excuse me. Oh, there we go. I was worried I didn't have any more oranges left. And I recently got grapefruit. And I'm trying to get the balls to have some grapefruit. I thought today was the day. You know, I checked in the back of the fruit drawer. 2 more oranges left. Rocking it. Look. This is the Destiny Claw. This is for me. What are these good what is it? Good fortune for this cookie. Okay, so let me find out what they gotta say. Okay. Oh, look, temperance. That's wonderful to see. Things are in order. Everything is ratioed out. Rationed, basically, accordingly. Okay. But they're still saying, like, there's more of where that came from. So in dishing out karma, like, there's more. Anyway, 2 of Swords. There's a block here. I don't know what's coming. Blindsided? The Devil card. What the heck? What's going on there? 8 of Cups. And then Ace of Swords. Okay, so there's still some drama-rama going, and I guess that's why they said there's more of, like, with a hint of karma still occurring. Like, I don't need to know everything that's going on, but the devil is on the other side of this angelic, like, I got shit in order card, okay? This is, like, the most rowdy group ever. This is the group of angels before we identified, you know, uh, where the portion where character counts. And so you know, the devil can get a little rowdy, but you know, once was you know, an up there angel. So anyway, I don't need to know 100% like everything that's going on. You see, this devil card is also positioned as a, like, has a huge appetite right there as well. Like, it speaks for itself, you know. But also this is like the hanged man card, you see, but also fallen. You see, like, when they have like a someone that like the outline of a body from like a fall or something, it's like, it's always like that. That's what he's doing, like that. Yeah, or it could be like, walk like an Egyptian. Some kind of reference there. But anyway, there's a slew of them. I have never received a devil card from this deck, so it's just strange seeing it up front. Okay, so we're getting a little rowdy here. Okay, so hangman being objective. Oh, this is kind of an enlightened state of kind of judgment. And it's traditional viewing. Like, there's rising bodies that are like naked, and it's like it's the final judgment. Is that what we call it? Anyway, I can leave that. Some are trying to just leave the noise, like escape. Yeah. But the weird thing about this is that the devil isn't like calling me to, like, they're neither calling my bluff nor like questioning me, not like riling me up to leave the situation. There's some kind of respect, like I hold my ground, even when I don't see everything. I don't have to see every single detail of the gnarliness of this world. And this energy is moving, I don't know, they're trying to escape the chaos, but they're also, some of them are possibly also going to the devil, doing like summonings and that type of like trying to do negotiations or selling their soul and that kind of shit, to leave the noise. And there's something very illogical about that. Like, it's very ironic that you would leave chaos and go to a chaos maker. Like, it doesn't make sense. So anyway, this is about it's kind of like finding clarity, just like this. This is personal clarity, okay? Like, per my situation, per my locality. I'm minding my own business, like, just like I said, King of Pentacles, with a good attitude, King of Wands. So this is pinning something down. I think whatever happens is going to get pinned down eventually by higher forces. Like, I hold the sword. It's not being handed over to me. It is being handled. So it's smart for me to mind my own business. It's smart not to meddle into, like, I mean, I could do a card reading eventually and say, okay, so what's happening in this dude's life? And it's not quite an ethical thing, but for me, I've got to say, in protecting myself, if somebody is trying to come at me with some heinous, like, sus shit, then it's only logical that I would use my gifts in order to find out what's the deal with this character trying to assert themselves in my life, because obviously they're trying to, like, cause a muck, asserting themselves into my life. So I need to know, this is my territory. They have asserted themselves. Now, they have bended the rules for me. They have allowed for that, so I can look into this. And so that's the only exception that I can make, at least for my case. I don't speak on behalf of other readers. I just know, whether or not other people think that's unethical for me, I know that when somebody noses around my business, I you have placed your energy into my realm that is of none of your concern, and you're trying to meddle around, tinker around. No, 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 no. So it's only right for me to investigate my premises a little further and who's in it and what that's all about. So I could do that, but here, like, I don't really feel the need to. I feel like it's kind of a waste of time. The only reason why I would do that is there's some slight pettiness to it, like put somebody to shame, to say like back off. I know I can find out what's going on with you, and I can publicize it in a way that like I won't get penalized. That's all you're doing. But like that's, I don't know, I just want to move on. Doing great. How are you? Okay, so there's this. So there's good fortune for this cookie. And part of it is the reality check of things are going on. Of course they are. But it's smart to mind my own business and focus on like fine tuning my own senses. So again, this is kind of like the sensei that learns with a blindfold, okay? Honing in on the hypersensitivities of scent, audio, sensations, intuition, that kind of thing. So it's sensing who's coming into the room, who's coming onto premises, based on, let's say, their footsteps, or there's certain cues that are collective of an energetic imprint. And once you identify that, then you can also kind of gauge, profile where they're coming from as far as their intent. Like there's a very intricate filing system of energetic imprints, and it's complex and can be explained, but this is something that is just better known and learned rather than regurgitated. Yeah, okay, so there's that. Okay, anything else? Okay. Okay, moving on to this. Oh no. So you're in the colder climates? The dangerously chilling climates. Okay, Four of Swords. So this is rest and relaxation. This is respite. This is prayer mode. Oh my god, it is prayer mode. Look. Not only is it like raised hands, raised up. So what I was doing, what I was supposed to be doing this morning. So people can sum up whatever the fuck they want to about me hitting a snooze button, or, oh, it must be nice, because I've heard that shit before by my like sister-in-laws, like, must be nice, that kind of energy. And or a sister-in-law. But like I forget, you know, we have different backgrounds, and there's also a prejudice to different classes. So if I'm perceived to be bougie, I'm going to be treated more like, you don't know shit, you know, that kind of energy. So anyway, moving back to this wonderful state of Zen consciousness. I was doing exactly what I was supposed to be doing. Okay. And then here, look, there's a prayer angel, and then somebody praying also in the picture. How weird. I just noticed this, but then as I zoomed in closer, you see, there's a prayerful, like, blessing, you know, kind of mode here. So I received my blessings this morning. What else do you want to say? You know, part of the blessings are like, oh, I woke up this morning. I mean, you don't have to perceive waking up in the morning as a blessing by the drastic nature of you like crashing into bed like that was some episode, some wild, crazy episode last night of a drug binge with like 12 prostitutes, and we flew out of a plane, or we jumped out of a plane and did this and that. You know, it doesn't need to go to that extreme. Like an episode of like Hangover 4 or Hangover whatever, some deviation of that, or like an episode of Jackass. You know, it doesn't need like, oh, it could just be like, oh, yeah, I woke up. And I'm not encountering pains, you know, my body or whatever. Yeah. So there's that. Days are getting better. Okay. All right, moving forward here. Okay, you can catch on. All right, moving forward. Okay. Dang. 10 of Swords and the Chariot card in reversal. Okay. So on another side, like outside of the ranch or somebody else's ranch, this crazy shit is happening. So this is a blessing to be in a safe atmosphere of respite, basically. Kind of gaining back my fuel points, my regaining my health, basically. With also some recollections. Because on the other side, because having to deal with like karma, setting my wishes forth and seeing them immediately transpire, there are energies that are stopped dead in their tracks and fuck the shit up. You know, they are deaded. They are stopped. Not just their vehicle, like how far they can get or where they're going to like their most immediate destination, but this is like they are killed off basically. So somebody has absolutely lost, not just lost their footing, but lost their reputation completely. Like have been annihilated from certain industries. Hold on. Yeah, industries, and or associations. Yeah, associations like affiliates. Yeah. So that's partnerships, of course. But partnerships could also flow on a personal level. You know, it depends on like what kind of partnerships people have in play. So if they're super duper shallow, then they have those kinds of relationships also on their personal, like one-to-one, like intimate level. And so if you lose one, it's all in one package. There's no enticing, there's no leverage, there's no like, why am I even with you? You can't even do like, we're at a negative now because you fucked up your shit with them. So I don't want to be with you anymore. So if you carry on shallow relationships, you know, you can't like, what are your expectations for the internal? So that energy is completely deaded off, and they're just starting to see it. Like I said, when I am cued to target these energies, like turn the tables basically, because this is not my original target. They targeted me, so I'm just turning the tables. So when I turn the tables, they're still alive and aware. They're still conscious of what is going on around them. That is that's interesting. All right, another bite of the sandwich. Reciprocation. The minor arcana of judgment. What goes around comes around. Reciprocation. This is the version of the Heyoka empath. You know? That's what's going on there. That's interesting. Reciprocation. This is both internal and external. So it's confirming that. So on to these. It landed on my toes, my left toes, and bridged over to my wire wrapping stuff. Oh, 10 of Swords. What the heck? This is external again. So this is basically they're telling me that, like, I walk a fine line between, like, on the middle path. So it's kind of like tightrope walking. I carefully tread on the middle path when I do. Because that fell on my left toes and bridged onto my wire wrapping stuff that I haven't touched in a while. So it's like crafting, very organized. And it's stuff like, I have it in a Tupperware, a reused Tupperware. You know, like those like deli meat sandwiches or whatever. I tried and got one that was like on sale or whatever, that was plain, for my cat, like as an alternative. And so it looked like, it looks like a regular, just like Tupperware thing. And I would leverage those over, let's say, reusing, you know, a sour cream or cottage cheese container, whatever. I like to have the translucency. Anyway, so I was like, this is sturdy enough, so did it. And so anyway, my certain wire wrapping things are in there. Organized. So anyway, there's some kind of like practicality and organization and craftiness tied into toes on the nose, my left like my left foot forward. So even with that, it's still exercising precision. Yeah. Okay. All right. Do we get a clarifier on this? Yeah. Okay. I haven't even had my coffee yet. Anyway. So not this card, but this one. 4 of Cups is the right choice. I was curious. More on this. Queen of Cups, look, upright. This is self-love. Okay, my cups, you know, my health points like are filled now, okay? Are recollected. And so Queen, oh no, this is Queen of Coins, not Queen of Cups, okay? So this is, I mean, business. I made the right choice. And is this right? Oh my goodness, so this is sitting the way I am. So this is right leg crossed over the left leg. Yeah, you get what you get. Interesting. Quantity is 96. So maybe there's 96 cans in here of whatever this is. It no longer says beef on there, so I'm wondering what she's having. A CHI. What comes in a can? This is a riddle. My feet are very cold. Is that you, Willie? Because my feet are very, very cold right now, and they have no reason to be. Oh, some of this. There's no reason for my feet to be that cold. They feel like icy. Okay, let's do this. Very nice. Okay. You know what I want to do? I want to do the reading real quick on the, yes? No, not right now. Maybe later today I'll do the candle, the legal candle reading. But I got some other things to do, so this is okay. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so I mean business. Okay, anything more on this? Next World Tarot. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you to my supporters. I have more likes than viewers. And Knight of Pentacles, something is being brought along. What is that? Is it like is it the DOC? Or is it Public Enemy? It's like, bring me along. Something like that. Bring me, I don't know. It was heavy gangster rap back in the day, which I was, coming from a private school, even from like, LA, it was, like you were, that was still like frowned upon, gangster rap, and Madonna, like a virgin. Hey. You know, so it was that kind of energy. Anyways, Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Swords in reversal. So it looks like someone is being brought to like subpoena type of energy. What is this? This is like brought in. I don't know what this is, because this is the harvesting, and this is, you know, the liar dude, right? The one that puts up the front that I can do this, I can do that, I can, you know, I always deliver, etc., etc. And so like I don't know. It looks like they're like, first I got the energy of like being like brought to jail. See, I told you I don't know how to describe these things. Brought to jail. What do you call it? Booked. No, is it? Booked isn't the word for it. It's like arrested, like confiscated, like what it, you know, it's that energy. I don't know what it. That's what it's. Okay, so okay, elaborate on this. Okay, on this. Knight of Pentacles. Just came on. Who is brought to jail? The King of Swords in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse and the Hierophant. Same energy. Different. This is okay. Internal. External. Energy. Internal. External. Energy. So this is being like, okay, so these are both energy cards. Okay, so this is an action. This is not internalized as a person. So this is neither me nor the external party or third party, whatever. This is like, this is abracadabra, like magic, like something has been initiated, like struck. Hierophant is a leader, a someone who was well respected, generally associated with law and a community, sometimes religious, or oftentimes religious, because a Hierophant marries, but also has to do with divorce and dissolution. So it's local legal stuff. And it has to do also with, you know, breakups, basically, as I already said that, but also like it's non-traditional, unorthodox in that, because that's what, you know, divorce is also affiliated with. And so there's a breakdown, a breakup, a let go, like do away with him, carry him away, that type of energy, you know, especially this following the 10 of Swords. Same, the 10 of Swords, different. This is a different energy from the 10 of Swords. It might also include the energetics of the 10 of Swords, but there's some kind of like an association, like an accessory to a murder, or a what do you call it? Accomplice. Is an accessory the same thing as an accomplice, or an accessory is only associated with minor crimes? An accomplice is like, third strike, you're out. One of the strikes. I don't know. I don't live that life, but I feel like they're synonymous, but one is used more. Okay, too much. Okay, but anyway, you see where I'm going here, or those that are supposed to do. There might have been also a threat, like a mafia type of threat, type of energy, to knock somebody out, like out. Yeah. I felt a little weird thing. I heard it anyway. I didn't really feel it. I felt like water or something. And so that's interesting. All right, more on this. Hey. All right, I want to take some more bites off of my stuff. I haven't had my It is really a different kind of cold. Goodness gracious. Like, socks feel cold. Mm. Um, mm. I don't know if I would call it poisoned water on this, but there's a lot of this involves more than one person. It definitely involves more than two people. But even just numbering the kind of energies here, it's more than two different kinds of energies here. So what they're showing me, they're not, I'm asking about the type of energies, not identities here. Okay. When, just to get like, a rough sketch on profiling for my partners in peace and quiet. There's 4 to 5 different kind of energy, you know, signatures or imprints. And so there could be multiple identities of that, you know, because birds of a feather flock together. So we can say maybe like 4 to 5 different type of, I don't even want to say groupings, because when we singularize it to a certain entity, that's still a single energy. That could be a single energetic imprint. And I mean, like a single identity within that energetic imprint. So there could be multiple entities associated with that. Like, so we don't want to kind of corner it in, nor magnify it to be more than like disproportional, like disproportionately view these things. However, being that the Hierophant is here, this is a severe circumstance following the initiating part of the Ten of Swords here, and this is more than just man down, and people being kicked out of certain associations. But when you see the Hierophant in reversal, following a King of Swords in reversal that has made plenty of an appearance, and a harvesting, there's just there's quite a bit going on in here. So 4 to 5 different energies here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have another bite of my sandwich because I need some. So whatever the case, just move forward. You know, this is a clear opportunity. Like I said, others are kept busy, and thank you for the emoji, love. But you know, I can just carry on without any bother on what I need to take care of. Oh, so good. That warmth. Oh, the tingle is good. Okay. Anything else? Okay. This way? That way. 6 of Wands in reverse. I should have taken it like this. 6 of Wands upright. Anyway, whatever. 6 of Wands is 6 of Wands, okay? No, it's correct to receive it like that. 6 of Wands in reversal. So, I still need to have kind of like motivating force. And if I receive the 6 of Wands too early, it's like, okay, I might relax just a smidge too much. And that smidge may make all the difference. So, just kind of like visualize it basically. To ensure its prosperity, because there's good fortune for this cookie. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, look, it's a star card. Wait, yep, this is a star card. I had to look at the numbers because sometimes the star card can often look like a variation of the temperance card. It's like sisters go in for a model. What is it? A modeling shoot for some, I don't know, Vogue cover or W style magazine or whatever. And like the equivalent of like I don't know, GQ or whatever. And so one sister does it this way and one sister does it that way. So it's like they have different, you know, they have certain congruencies and some just like different flavors. Anyway, star card, fan freaking tastic. I forgot what I asked about this. Oh, good fortune for this cookie. So that means I am... Hold on. I'm a star. Okay. I know there's a fame card in here. Somewhere in here. There's wealth. There's woman of the world. There's also deception. There's chaos, confusion. There's all kinds of things in here. So let me go ahead and find out. Am I lucky to receive the alignments of such foretellings? Oh my gosh. Okay, what I had landed in my hand. Sexual attraction in reverse. Abundance right there. On the bottom of the deck. Secret. What fell in my place? Okay, first off, mistake in reverse. There is no error here. Nor, like, is this... I don't think this has to do with, like, the lowered libido. I feel like this is taking, like, a backseat right now. I got other things that are more important. I don't need any... You know, like how, certain, like, NBA or NFL players get in trouble because they're not getting their head in the game. They're getting too into, you know, fraternizing, or, you know, like, this is extracurricular type of energy. Like, it's non-essential right now. I don't need any complicating, gambles, basically. So, anyway, we'll get a little bit more. No error, no barriers, no frustration, only justice, and only good news. That's freaking fantastic. So it landed in my cornucopia of an inbox. So the star thing is like, wish has been granted. We love you. I mean, let me get a little clarification on the star card. This is celebrity treatment, but not like bougie. It's kind of like maybe spiritual bougie. Okay, all right. Clarification on the star card. That is I. Knight of Cups in reverse. This is feeling the feels. Like, primarily prioritize how I get to feel. Like, setting the tone of what my romance novel looks like. If I lived in a cottage with many a cat and many an animal and many an acre. this is how I shall feel. So this is the onslaught of, like, imagination, what my Shire looks like. Four of Pentacles, yeah, what my Shire looks like. Okay, interesting. Before I get to that stage of, I'll show you yours if, or what? I'll show you mine if you show me yours. I'll show you yours. What is that all about? What's that all about? Somebody must be really into me. Let me undress you. Ace of Cups in reverse. Well, I'm very well liked by some energy. Um, you know what I'm grateful for today, especially? That I can hold off on having grapefruit. Reasserting that flavor into my life again, that trial. I don't know, dude. Not interested, but I got some tea. How come I just saw that? What the heck? Alright. Alright, so yeah, some energy has a liking for me. Alright. Okay. More on the star card? You know I want that fame fortune kind of card here. But we'll leave it open because this is fantastic. This is what I'm looking for on the front end. That's wonderful. That combination is a big wow. Wow. Just the top. No. The Stranger and the Dog-Haired Man in reversal. Backed by the dark-haired woman in reversal? What is this? I'm curious. Now I'm going to freaking read it. Is that okay if I read it? Yeah, I can read it. Okay. But just take it with a grain of salt, okay? Dark-haired woman and dark-haired man are both in reversal. Okay, change occurring. Then a fair gray-haired man again. Then the master or the emperor. And then faith in reverse, forgiveness, and abundance. So, again, there's a lot of stuff happening. There are a lot of different kinds of energies here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 4 to 5 energies that are all strangers. I don't fucking really know them. What the heck? Yeah, there's a lot going on in the background affiliated with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crazy. Okay. But, like, I gotta mind my own business, okay? That's why they just said, you know, not to really look at that. Okay, final card to close this out from this deck. Growth in reverse and anxiety in reverse. So maybe it's like stifling, you know, any worries, you know? Forget about your worries and your strife. The bare necessities, just, yeah, things are being leveled out, okay? Okay, so, again, the greed is shooting back at these energies like no other, almost like paintball style, like machine gun paintball style, at its lowest setting. I mean, for starters, anyway. Okay. So, close your cards, yeah? Yeah, because it's already been an hour, so. Extroverted. 7 of Wands, extroverted in reversal. Is this the humbling? You know, like they say, the Great Awakening. They should call it the Great Humbling. That's funny. People would laugh. People would laugh across the land. Across the many acreage, they would laugh. They would laugh a jolly of a laugh. Yes. The heartiest of hearties. Nine of Swords, extroverted. I told you. They would have the heartiest of laughs. What a great time. 3 of Cups in reversal. They would throw down. They would laugh so hard they would knock their drinks over. They would laugh so hard. This would be a natural high, and it would cause for sobriety across the land. They could do it without the drink. Wheel of Fortune reverse. This is fated. The feels of this are fated. King of Pentacles in reverse. This is someone who is willing to give it up and gamble. Gamble it all. Weird. For the sake of what? In reversal. 2 of Swords, and yeah, to release the blockages completely. This is somebody who's tired of the same old shit, running the same games, circles, and tables. So this is the biggest gamble of their life. The Great Humbling has taken effect. That's so weird. What is this? That's a closure card to all of this. There's good fortune for this cookie, so there's like there's a cosmic pivot happening. That's what's happening. So, yeah. I mean, extraterrestrials are insanely insane. So I'm gonna get one from 1, 2 for me, or just messages. 2 cards for messages to my collectives. Okay. from my extraterrestrial divine fam. First one is Two of Wands in reverse. Keeping you in suspense. There's to be determined, to be announced. There's a lot of things happening. People, there's like sketchy behavior, there's sus behavior. There's also very tried and true energies. So that's what they're saying. You just never know. Eight of Pentacles in reversal. So it's low effort. They're saying they're not as invested. Because people here have shown a lack of accountability and reliability, like in the majority currently, or has appeared to be summed up as like unreliable, inconsistent, fake. They don't bring their shit to the table. It's like it's unplanned. It's not to be announced. Like, oh, I do have plans. Yes, I do have plans, but they're to be announced or to be determined, to be discussed, to be relayed, to be announced, whatever. All of that. It's just circling. Like the presentation, the implication of such readiness or such but it's not available to the public yet. Okay, this is kind of like ostracization with the implication that, like, I don't know, just abusing power and buying time and my extraterrestrial divine fam are basically calling bullshit. And so they're not as invested as they normally would be. Yeah, let's just give it like quiet time. Okay, this is a silent treatment almost. What is this? Can I get a couple more from you, that extraterrestrial divine fam? This just seems weird. I mean, it seems like that's the truth of it. But let me see if there's anything more. Can I ask it? Two more? Any more? Clarifier? No. There's this. Again, they're not as invested. Okay, can I get some special messages for me, please? Is that okay? I don't want to ask for too much. I'm just asking. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get 3 cards from this deck. Is that okay? Okay. The fresh deck. Thank you. By the way, oh my gosh. These are the 3. What the heck? I was just trying to get this. They're so efficient. I'm curious what this thing is in this box. Okay. These are secret messages, so forget that. Okay. For now, that's for me. All right, Page of Coins. 6 of Cups in reverse and Knight of Wands in reverse. what they're telling me is really not good news. It's not good news. It's not good news. Okay, so this is neither internal nor external. It is energy. Okay, so there is an investment in, like a measly investment in, it's like a poor offering basically. And they're saying this is what I'm surrounded by. This is my environment, my landscape. 6 of Cups in reversal. This is external and this is ill-intended. This is bad blood energy. And then there's the Knight of Wands in reversal, which is players. So these are people who have breached their contract on their soul ties with me. They just done fucked up, okay, and they're continuing to fuck up. Knight of Wands in reversal. These are players, like immature player type of energy, like they're straight up saying, I'm hearing low ambition, high drive, low ambition, like low aims basically. And so they have more that they can account to, like they have, what is it? Yeah, they have more that they can account to and live up to, but they're just not doing that. These energies are both ill-intended and well-intended, more so well-intended, but for the wrong reasons. And this is a player energy, so you could guess. So that is what's surrounding me. I think they're yeah, pretty much fed up. This is sucky. Yeah. So I'm just gonna give, I feel like it's smart to give them space. Because like it feels like I should get more out of this messaging. Like I have a better relationship with them in order to be set aside separately for messaging out of this context. But the way I approached them for messaging was like, tell me what you think, tell me what you feel, what are your thoughts. So it was more like open forum rather than trying to like fish for compliments basically. And that's truly what it was about. Like, what are your thoughts? What have you got to say to me? And so this is they took it for what it was, and they're telling me. So maybe this is like my private messaging. I don't know, dude. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. They're saying I'm doing well. Okay. That's good. Okay. I'm elevating my understandings. I'm still an upright. But yeah. So that's wonderful to see. But they're not pleased at all with what's going on around me. As far as the SWOT analysis, I could basically summarize. I don't know if they would say this, but like in human terms, if they were going to translate, if I'm the translator, is like you have doomed yourselves. Basically, you dumb da dum dum, with DUMB as its basis. Yeah, that is crazy. That's weird. So that's for my extraterrestrial divine fam. Thank you very much. Echo, 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 echo. Okay. All right. So okay, takeaways time, yeah? Okay, yes. So like I said, this is drifting me back to the messaging. They're reverting me. They deferred me back to the original compilation, which is from the Omega Land Tarot. One of the possible pitfalls is looking behind me following along properly or whatever. I have to just mind my own business and face forward and watch where I'm going and keep my eyes on the prize and any like local disruptions or whatever. Then I can relay that back, but like don't continue to look back. Don't continue to look at the surroundings because people have to account for themselves. And that's just the plain and simple of it. Okay. So now for the takeaways. Okay. Okay, bottom of the deck of this one. The Teacher in reverse. The Emperor in reverse. So this is energetic. And this is objective. Okay, so this is a perspective that's kind of open to the public and also suggested. Okay, objective. And seeing the bigger picture. Okay, and that's what they're saying. Okay, top of the deck. Judgment, because judgment will come through accordingly. Okay, so mind that. Second deck is this. Bottom of the deck is Page of Cups in reverse. This is about self-love, self-approval, all of that. You know, basically in a grander sense, this is what kind of elevates and romances consumption. Okay, consumerism. It has to root to the lack of self-love, self-affirmation, self-approval, etc. So this is where it starts, the basic ingredients. Top of the deck, no secret to the sauce. Opportunities, okay? Self-love equals a greater realm of innovation and development, okay? Third deck. Okay, bottom of the deck of this one is destruction in reverse. So creation and, oh, greed. Okay, so they're saying look to the elements of the past and look at where we're at right now. Okay, 4. Bottom of the deck here is the world card, the ending, the end, and manifestation. So this has to deal with closures, but also if you're living, like if you're playing it small, it's ultimately your closure will just be blindsided energy, like the Two of Swords, a minor arcana version of endings. Like you just don't see it. It's ignorance. You're just short-sighting yourself. So all right, 2 takeaways from my super duper refined divine collective. First one. Goodness gracious. First one is 8 of Wands, communication. Okay, we might have orators here, public speakers, singers, lyricists, writers, communicators, journalists, sports telecasters, whatever, you know, all of that. Okay, it's in that batch. Okay, so therefore it implies that you have an impact in this world. Okay, influence. Regardless of head count, Knight of Swords in reverse. So focus. Focus on your messaging. Focus on the receptivity. So therefore, your crowd. This means no chat GPT. This requires the authenticity of person to person. Where you're at, linking up to where others are at. Don't try to enhance it and don't try to flavor it up with extra shit. Okay? This is like true focus. Like you can't fake it. Okay, reconciliation in reverse. So there's like no shame in that, where you're at. If you have, you know, just, you have to believe in your like what you bring to the table without any additives. Three of Cups. So that's reason for celebration. Yeah, the authenticity. We're losing a lot of that. Poet or lyricist for sure. Okay, second takeaway. Three of Swords in reverse. So this is kind of like the no harm, no foul. When you can get to that level of presentation, nothing can really hurt or disappoint you. You see the reality of things. You're presenting yourself in a there's you're not really looking outwards for approval. So how could it hurt you? Extroverted, Page of Wands, extroverted. So this is striking up something new. This is changing up the patterning. And for those that are already engaged in it, this is like just kind of revolutionizing oneself, you know, like revamping yourself constantly. A renewal. Extroverted ending. Yeah, this is renewal, like seeing things, different facets of yourself through and through. Okay. And King of Swords. So this is seeing yourself like, this is how I really am. Like, true. Nobody can. So like, if you get any haters of like any opinionated feedback, it doesn't, there's no bother. It cannot take you down in any way. Even gossip columns or whatever, like it can't do shit. Like, this is my life, and this is like, this is not like the emo, like teenager whatever thing. This is not a phase. This is there are different chapters to one's life, and when you focus on your own delivery, the people that question you, like, you really gotta question them. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? That's definitely a projection. So this feels like a new take on life, and therefore a new lease. Because you say so. And that's what you're doing. So that's good. All right, 2 takeaways for my partners in peace and quiet, which includes myself. First one. Ace of Wands, boost of creativity, fantastic. Also the Torch of Hecate, kind of flaming, burning bush message style. Extroverted, Queen of Cups, again in reversal, extroverted. So it's having to pull away to replenish every now and then. You gracefully bow out. Okay. Dark-haired woman. Okay. In reversal. Maybe some people are changing their hair color from blonde to dark, or dark to blonde, something like that. I usually don't get something like that. On another note, 6 of Swords. Yeah, so this feels like at a state of this is navigating, like finding a personal, like the new energetic imprint, navigating one's own personal identity. That's what they're saying. Okay. Second takeaway. Revolution. Yeah, this is a huge, like, this is a hallmark, a signature of changes. And so certain aesthetics are involved in that changeover. And these are more symbolic rather than like shallow. So even if it's aesthetic, it's symbology for something. But yeah, it's not just for the sake of doing it. Empress card. Yeah, this is definitely about an energetic imprint. Heartbreak. 10 of Wands. So, so that part is external, because some people are not, it's a lot for others to take, I guess, here. People have to deal with their own stuff, okay? Other people are dealing with heavier things. And so there's a direct implication, like reading between the lines, that there might be some haterdom because people are dealing with heavier stuff. But that's not your problem. This is not our problem. This is something that they have, that has been weighing on them, and so it's accumulated. So I'm not going to allow people to point the finger and try to blame me for their woes when it's just an accumulation of things that they have not worked on. And so, you know, basically, okay, this is my garden, or this is our garden, and this is their version of their garden. This is also depicts an area of wealth, people who have more, but still want more. So people of wealth have a lot of things to tend to, so they have to tend to a lot of it, basically. So it's their own prison, basically. All right, so 3 takeaways for me. First one. I've heard her say that too, Caroline Miss. First one. Six of Pentacles, reciprocity, fantastic. We like to see that. Clarified by. Three of Swords. That's again external. Weird to see that right after. Extroverted, strength. So yeah, the people that I have to leave behind, that did me wrong in a variety of ways. Yeah, this is just like, there's a, it hits harder, for them. Yeah, it hits harder. There's something about me having leverage on this. Yeah. So some may see it as smug, like the haters, the continued haters may see it as smug, but it really doesn't matter. Yeah, that's what that is. Okay, so I'm gonna get one detail in here for me on that for my first takeaway. Extroverted, the high priest, or the priest. This is the Hierophant card. So yeah, it's because the energetic imprints say so, basically. Second takeaway. The World card in reversal. No, this is correct for me. Okay. That's crazy. Yeah, the Three of Swords has been appearing a little bit more than usual as of late. Nine of Wands. I was going to say something about the Nine of Wands, that I'm here for it. Yeah, there's a honk there. I was going to say that with the Seven of Wands here, and then the two depicted up there that are more active in certain plans there. And so there are bigger plans. It's like a bigger portal that has been opened, or a, what is it? A side hustle portal. A cosmic side hustle portal. Talent in reverse. They have greater talent than I recognize, or something like that. Dormant, whatever. Nine of Pentacles. That I can independently do it. With their guidance. Four of Wands, manifestation. Self-realization. So I can at least acknowledge that it's a reality, and so that has opened things up to development. My third takeaway is the Devil card. Okay, what does that have to? Internal, external energy, external. So it's external, both well-intended and ill-intended. There's are two separate energies within the same. Queen of Wands in reverse. This is internal and just remaining objective. Detached. Detached, they're saying, not objective. Okay. Okay. I don't know why there's all of this. Maybe they're saying, like, I just don't need any other chaos, you know. Because whether people or energies praise me or put me down is like, it's still a depiction of chaos, like a lot of craze energy, and I don't need any extra of that. Loss and reversal. So I'm only looking towards my gains. Is this my second takeaway or my third? Third takeaway. All right. No, I wouldn't say it's bipolar. I know I'm not bipolar. And external energies, they could be. I don't know, but I don't demonize bipolarity very much. I think there's something to be explored there. But I just don't need anything extra. Is going to confuse things for me. Yeah, I don't need any stressors. That's what that energy is. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm looking just, for my harvest. I'm working on my own harvest. So things are simplified. Like, I should be able to enjoy harvesting my goods. I should enjoy my jackpot period. I don't need to complicate that. So, yes, thank you. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at here. Simplifying to that. That's very good. All right. Oh, I forgot this was... Oh, very good. Okay. But now that this reading is officially over, I thank all my sponsors, all my supporters, all those donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, properties, passions, pursuits, and prospects from those that call upon, cast, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, or any variation thereof, the aforementioned ill will, intent, thought form, pattern, and or entity, to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for reformatting to love and light energy, to be refortified in me, only me, hassle free, no doubt, and no attachment, except for all bonus points included. Thanks so much. Thank you. Upon closing the portals in these readings, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mind with their appropriate karmas too, assisting with the sequence of rollout. In light and love, I close the portals in these readings now.